Welcome back for workout number 9. We are almost to the end of the program. Congratulations. Today's workout is going to be the most complicated and the most complex one that you've done so far. Remember that we started with some very basic moves, and keep those moves in your mind because you're going to see them again. I'm just adding arm work with leg work today. So if at any point you want to just focus on one rather than both, please do so. So meaning put those hand weights down, just focus on the legs, or vice versa on some of the exercises. It's going to be a little bit more leg and then arm, so I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to start off with some lunges, but I'm going to pick up some light weights, some 3-pound weights to incorporate with some of this lunge work. All right, you guys ready to get going? Let's do it. So I've got my little orange turkey-colored 3-pound weights here. And I'm going to start off in a forward lunge. So I'm taking my right foot forward. And the good news is that we are not going to change and step like we did yesterday where we stepped into that lunge. We're going to stay stationary in the lunge, but we are going to incorporate that upper body work. So now I'm focusing on that beacon of light right here in the belly and going down into my bicep curl and straight back up. Yeah, we're going to shoot for about 12 of everything today. You know, more or less with my counting skills and all. Ooh, getting the pop in the ankle. Feels good actually. Okay, try to drive that knee down, putting that weight in that front heel to support your glute. That's it, we should be around 4 more here. And 3, so incorporated that bicep curl. 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, we're going to kick back up and then step that left foot forward. And I don't want to do another set of bicep curls. I just did those. So we're going to do a tricep kickback. I'm going to go palms facing in. Okay, so drive that knee down, push the shoulders or wrists back in space, and we bring it back up. So tricep kickback. This may feel a little awkward at first, but I believe in you. You can do it. Driving that knee down to the floor, work on that balance, lots of weight in that left glute or that front leg, so energy through that heel. That's it. We got 6, and 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to step out into our lateral lunge. So wide legs. Once again, the legs are staying stationary, just like we started with, so you don't have to step out into that lunge. So that's the good news. Just plant those feet. And now we're going to add a crossover with the hand. So I'm crossing over with this left hand towards the floor, bring it back up, cross over with that right hand towards that left toe, and bring it back up. So what you might feel is a little bit more stretch in that glute as you come across. And you're really protecting your low back, your lumbar spine, by engaging those abs. Yeah. See how we built onto this program? Something that you can do in the future. You can keep at it. By the way, our letter of the day is the letter N. The letter N. Jot that one down. Just have one more letter to go. Have you guys already decoded it? Some of you smarty pants already have, I know. It's kind of a Christmas word. Kind of a Christmas word. Totally lost count. We're going to do one more each side. 1 and 1. Good job. All right. Now, do you guys remember our transverse lunge? Yeah, on this one you have to step out. So we're going to step out and add an alternating arm press or punch. So I'm stepping out with my right, punching with weight. We did this once with no weight, onto that left arm. So step out, bring it back. Pivot. We just got a visual of Friends on that word. Pivot. Pivot. 6, Yeah, and 5. Protect those glutes. 4, 3. Protect those knees by using your glutes. 2, and final 1. Nice job. We go to the left. So we step and punch, and then bring it back. Step and punch, bring it back. We got 6. Not doing 12 on this one. 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, and 2. Final 1. Great job. All right, I'm going to put down my 3s and pick up my 8s for this next one. We're going to do some squats and calf raises. So turn to the side because I want you to see the angles of my squats. Remember we talked about not pitching forward in those knees first, but pitching back into the glutes. So as you go down, your hips travel backwards and your weight is in your heels. You can pick those toes up. If you're too much like this, ooh, not good on those knees. Okay, then we come up, engage those abs, and we're gonna go up to a calf raise and back down. So here we go. Down into a squat, find your balance, calf raise, and back down to really heel raise. There you go, lift. Feel those glutes working. We have 4 and 5. You didn't think I was counting down there, did you? No, I'm not that nice. 7. Think about spreading those glutes. I know that's a weird theory, but weird thought process, but you want to make space in the back of those glutes. Here we go, 9. And 10, and 11, and 12. Fantastic. All right, got one more move for the legs/arms. We're gonna go down into that forward fold, good morning, good. And we're gonna row, and then we come back up. So we're adding a combo here. Press down, squeeze those elbows, row up, and stand up from there. That's it. Forward hinge, row, and bring it back up. That was 3. Got 4. Hinge over, we got 5. Beautiful. Hinge over, we have 6. And 7, y'all are doing great. Hope the side view helps. 9, row and squeeze. 3 more. We got 10. Come back up. Last 2, hinge over, row. And final 1, hinge over, row, and bring it up. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put these down now. I'm gonna go back to the 3s. I know my body, I know I'm going to be doing quite a bit of these exercises, so I think 5s are a little bit too hard. So these next exercises are going to involve squats like these, down and up, without that jump, you don't have to do that. All right, and then we're going to incorporate some upper body work. So I'm going down into my squat, up into an overhead press. So if you do a few of these and you're like, I can do 5s, I can do 8s, grab them, pause. You got it. I just want to be able to talk through the video. I know a few things that are coming up that I definitely want 3s for, but you don't, so you might just want to take my word for it. We got 5, and 4, and 3. That's it, last 2, and final 1. Good, do you guys remember how we worked in the transverse plane in the beginning? We're going to do that in our squat. So arms start up. Good. We go down into our squat, rotate to the right, and one arm goes back. These are the ones I'm talking about. 3s are plenty. Meet back in this top, go to the other side. Meet back at the top. Yeah, feeling that rotation. Down and up. Down and up. Things don't feel the same to me on each side. One side is way easier than the other. 6 and 5 and 4. That's it. 3, 2, and 1. Ah, beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to do our lat raise here. So in our lat raise, I'm going to come into a little sit here. So my glutes are going back, and we're going to take those arms out to the side, bring them back down. So arm fly, arm raise, and a little bit of a squat. That's it, we got 8, and 7, 6. Last 5, squeeze those shoulder blades together behind your back. 4, we have 3, 2, and 1. Good, roll it up. And we're gonna move into a few little shoulder rolls. So just let your body be straight. This is your break period here. So legs are straight, arms are straight. Roll those shoulders back, and we're just gonna lift and roll. Roll them back. Think about bringing those elbows or shoulders up to your ears and then back in space. Yeah, keeping the elbows as straight as you can. 3, 2, 1. And let's reverse it. So lift the shoulders up to your ears and roll forward. Checking out that range of motion. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good little head nod, side to side. All right, and then one of my favorite, also challenging moves. We're gonna come into the step back lunge. So I've got my left foot back, and I'm gonna bring my elbows up in the air for a tricep press. So my body is pitched forward. Hopefully you can see this angle. And we're gonna extend those arms up and bring it back. Good. Now tomorrow, I'm adding a little bonus to this. So something to look forward to in workout number 10. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We are going to switch sides. I want you to notice what it feels like on both sides for this one. And we come back up. You're in this diagonal line, so abs are working. It's a very different feel. Again, drop the weights if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, hand weights come down. Roll those shoulders back. And now we're gonna go down to the floor. Okay, meet me down there. All right, we're down to the floor. I've got my 3 pounds with me. We're gonna do some abdominal work and some glute work, and then I'm gonna throw in some additional upper body shoulder work that we haven't done before. So building and adding in. Okay, so laying down on your back. We're gonna open those shoulder blades nice and wide against the mat, and it often helps to turn your palms up, and that will help you from this gripping feeling that you sometimes get. Okay, so let's go into that C-shaped spine, that imprint, and we're going to bring your knees up into tabletop. And we've worked on this rollover prep, so we're going to work on that some more. And you can push those forearms down into the mat. Another thing that I often see here is the chin kind of jutting up like this. So take that chin and just find a neutral neck alignment. Kind of think about your neck muscles lengthening against the floor. Good, so we're using those deep abdominals as we pull those knees towards your chin. And I know this is not everyone's favorite exercise, but it's really telling on that lower abdominal strength. Let's go 2 more. And final one. Good, from here I'm going to bring my knees into tabletop. Go ahead and flip my palms down, but still keeping that wide shoulder position and nice neutral neck. And imprinting, so I don't know if you can see that low back sealing to the mat. I'm going to go into a toe tap. So my whole thigh bone is going away at an angle. And so this is really challenging my abdominals. So you can even put your hands here to feel that rib and hip connection here. Rather than popping up, we want it to pull down, and we want to make sure that this lumbar spine does not escape the floor. So you're pushing that low back down into the mat, pulling those abdominals down with you. And this is no joke for a lower abdominal work. I've been doing Pilates for 20 years and I still feel challenged by this. Shh. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't know, 20-ish, yeah. Shh. Good. Seal that low back down. We got one more each side after this left side. And here we go. One more right. Shh. And one more left. Beautiful. Okay, now hands behind the head. Option to use your weights if you like. Just adds you a little extra into that curl, a little extra weight in that curl. Just don't hit yourself in the head with the weights. So we're up in the curl and we're going to go bicycling now. So opposite elbow to the knee. You've done these. Yes, you have. Opposite elbow to the knee, holding that curl. Let's go. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hang in, 2, and 1. Bring it in, lower it down, and we're going to take those arms straight up in the air, legs straight up in the air. This is one of my favorites. It seems pretty passive, but it's not. We're going to start making some outward circles with both our arms and our legs. They're going to follow the same pattern, same outward circle pattern. Now, if you're able to and would like to try to hold your curl while you do this, please do. Way up, get those ribs and shoulder blades up off the mat. I'm going to stop right here and reverse it, go back the opposite direction so it's an inward circle, holding that curl. And 5, 4, 3, good, last 2, final 1, and bringing it back down. From here, we're going to go into some of that glute work. So I'm planting those feet on the floor, taking that up to that hip hinge. Remember that shoulder bridge all the way from the shoulders to the knees, the one straight line. You don't want to have this drop here. Don't want to have this arch there. One straight line. That's what it looks like. My glutes are fired, and we're going to bring it back down. So we're just hinging at that hip crease. We got 8, and 7, and 6. Last 5. We're going to add to this at the end 4 if you need a little bit of preparation, mental preparation for that. Last 2. Final 1. Walk your feet in together. Bring your left knee to tabletop, and we're going to do little pulses for 7 more. Yeah. Really push into that glute without throwing your rib cage. We got this. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower. Bring that right leg up and pulse it. 8, 7. So the sit bone is going up and down. And 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Lower the glutes, lower that leg. Maybe rock it out a little bit. And then we've got one bonus move today. We're going to do it without weight. And then I'm going to also ask you to try it with weight if you don't have any shoulder issues. So the weights are going to come out at a Y or a V here in your mat, just outside the mat. And we're going to plant those hands down on either side. So my arms are in a V, just outside the width of the mat. My nose is hovering, and my shoulders are going to pull back and then roll forward. Shoulders pull back and roll forward. So I'm kind of rolling on those weights. So this is called retraction or depression, pulling the shoulders back and in. And then this is elevation. Great. All right, now can we pull them back and lift the hands up off the mat and then drop them back down. So the shoulders are down first, and then you lift and lower. I know, hang with me. Lift and lower. So pull the shoulders back first, lift and lower. My neck is nice and neutral, not like this. My eye gaze is kind of down at the very edge of my mat. Lift and lower. And final one. Can you get those biceps to your ears? That would be your goal. And lower. Okay, here's the grand finale. You ready? I'm actually going to have you do it with your hand weights like this, like beer mugs. 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, not anything more than that. Okay? And if it was hard for you without the weight, just do one more set with the weight. We're only going to do 5. Okay, so set those shoulders down. You can see I'm barely going to come off the mat as I lift my hands up and back down. So shoulders down in your back pocket, lift up and back down. Your rib cage pushes into the mat, shoulders down, lift up and back down. We got 2 more, watch that neck. And final one. 3s are a little heavy, I have to say. All right, guys, great job, wonderful work. 1 more left.